Did you see that shit? MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and Chicago's #1 underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I'm Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and this is
Apollo Taj Mahal.
We are the guys from the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast. We know you're going to like the interview, so be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the social media platforms, as well as the Missing Time Productions YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to didyousseethatshit.com for a complete rundown of all of our content. Right, Apollo?
Yeah.
I want to welcome back my man Gerald Harris to the show. One of my favorite guys to talk to, and always entertaining. What's going on, man?
What up? As you can see, always busy.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you doing this, Gerald. I know that you're super busy, you're a family man, as I am here, but you're a multitasker, which is one of the hardest things in the world, actually. But, man, a lot to talk about, man. You just returned to the sport after a little bit of hiatus here at Bellator 198 in Chicago. Came up on the wrong end there, but you're right back at it, man. You're going to be at Bellator 202, except this time you're going to be fighting at the more appropriate weight of 170.
No, not the more appropriate weight.
That's not a better weight for you?
No, man, I thought it was. I originally dropped to 170 because I fought a 70-pounder, two 70-pounders that bumped up to 85, and I just was like, man, maybe I should drop, and it was a horrible idea. I hate fighting at 170.
Is that because mainly the weight cut?
Yeah, 100%. And the guys, I mean, it's not an advantage. I mean, the guys are fast, they're strong, they're in shape. Nothing against 85-pounders. It's just better for me to fight at 85. It's more comfortable in my body. I'm a little heavier than I was when I first started my career, about 10 pounds heavier. It's just, man, any fighter can tell you, man, those cuts they're just brutal, man. They're tough.
Yeah, the weight cuts are never fun. One of my favorite things about you, Gerald, is that you're outspoken and you're not afraid to speak your mind. So you know what, man? That's a man after my own heart there. I'm unapologetic, and so are you. I love it. You've been outspoken on this weight cutting thing, man, and basically you're not a fan of people just not manning up and making weight, right?
Yeah, man, because I've been cutting weight my whole life, and it's part of the process. I don't complain about it. I'll explain it and how hard it is and how bad it is, but I won't complain. You know, I'll whine a little bit, like, you know, when it gets close to making weight, but it's my choice. So I'll tell you this, the only thing that sucks is for guys that are what we call in between weights. Imagine a guy that walks around at 195. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, yeah. 195, out of shape. What does he do? Go 85 and he's going to be really small? Because this is what people don't understand. When a guy says, I cut 40 pounds, you didn't cut 40 pounds. You were out of shape. You got in shape, and then you cut 15 to 20 pounds. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, you didn't cut. Like, I was 215 when I started camp.
What?
Wow.
So, I was 215 when they called me for the Bellator fight. That's why I hesitated to take it.
Oh, wow. Man.
Yeah, man, so it took me back to my wrestling days. You know, I know what to do. I know how to make weight, and I felt great the next day. But I'll tell you this, and this is what pisses me off the most is I know you have doctors and specialists and people who watch the sport, but nobody knows how it feels to make weight unless you've done it before.
And that's one of the things I wanted to talk with you about, because that tweet that you put out made a lot of sense, man. And, you know, that Darren Till video that came out about him almost, you know, I couldn't see, and his people were pushing him. And what you said was, and I'm paraphrasing here, but what you said was, listen, if anybody who has a problem with watching that has never cut weight, because that shit basically goes on all the time.
Because that ain't shit. I mean, honestly, we go through that, but no. He cut it the wrong way, putting all them clothes on. That's actually a joke in the wrestling world. The guy that doesn't know how to cut weight puts on a sauna suit and a hoodie and he's falling on the treadmill. We're just like, dude, that is self-inflicted pain.
That is me my freshman year.
The last minute to cut weight. Period. There's no other excuse. He had 8 weeks to make weight. You're the headliner in your hometown. And making weight is a huge part of fighting.
Oh, man, that was by far the funniest thing I've heard, because that is so true.
Yeah, you don't need all that stuff. You know, I put all that on when I'm done cutting and I'm just laying there. I'll put on a hoodie and I'll just lay there and sweat. But you don't work out with all that crap on.
No. And something else I found out about you, and now, like, it hugely makes sense. I'm a stand-up comic. I found out that you have done some stand-up comedy yourself, which was insanely interesting. But man, I would definitely like to see you on stage because you're hilarious.
I'm way more brutal on stage. It's like people are absolutely shocked when they hear me talk.
Really?
And it's funny because when I started in comedy, I was just kind of roasting people and making up jokes. And then I started literally being super brutally honest about my life, and people fell in love with my comedy. I've done 3 stand-up specials. I'm actually waiting on a call from Comedy Central, hopefully, to get my own half-hour special. But I even sent Joe Rogan a clip, and he really liked it. And it's something I can do. I can walk on the stage, and I can stand up there for an hour and just go, man. I love comedy.
Is most of your stuff just off the dome freestyle, or do you write a lot of it down?
I'm a writer, but I only write an outline. I don't write the joke. I never write jokes. I write because it's so honest. I talk about my kids. I talk about my wife. I talk about my life. So all I got to do is write down, what the situation is. Like me and my son's argument.
Mm-hmm.
I know that story off the back of my, like the back of my hand. So I can rip that joke easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. Yeah. Bullet points. It's the best way for me.
I'll tell you my favorite joke. It sounds stupid. But I was playing a fart game with my kids at Walmart, and I shit on myself. Yo, swear to God, I lift my leg up, and I fucking squeezed, and I blasted, sharted down my leg. And I was in the bathroom at Walmart, taking a shower in the sink. It was fucking hilarious. And I was like, I got on stage and won a competition with that story. It wasn't even a joke. I was like, yo, this is a true story. I sharted.
Hey, it happens. I don't think you have become a man yet until you've accidentally sharted on yourself.
You gotta shart, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you're driving, that's the worst.
Oh, I did it on the side of the road one time, and then I fell back into the ditch into it. It was horrible.
Oh, yeah,
I fell back into it, and the girl I was with at the time gave me nothing afterwards. I was so upset.
That's like definitely a defining point of finding that you're older.
Yeah.
I'm almost 40. A lot of people don't know. I'll be 40 next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be 39 in November.
Oh, man.
I have a son that's going to college. Like, people think I'm a lot younger than I am.
You look it.
Well, you look amazing, Gerald.
You found the fountain of youth, man. That's what happened.
I take care of myself. I don't smoke. I may drink once every few years. My dad looks pretty young. I actually picked my son up from school, and they told me to go to class. It's hilarious.
A lot of cocoa butter.
I was like, no, I'm picking my son up.
Hey, Gerald, what's your feeling on cannabis, marijuana, and CBD? Do you use that, or are you a fan of it?
Well, I'm a government guy, man. I've been teaching government off and on for 12 years, and it's absolutely insane that something that's so positive is illegal. And the only reason why cannabis is illegal is because the government can't control it. And trust me, I'm not against the government type guy, because I love government for the fact that anybody who has the knowledge and will to be a part of government can do it. Just not a lot of people do it. So we can't complain about the government until we get involved. So with that being said, cannabis should be legal because alcohol and tobacco is legal. Alcohol and tobacco kill more people than it. I don't want to say anything, but they kill a lot of people per year, and marijuana doesn't. It has positive benefits. Now, I do not agree with marijuana being used in fights. It's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use it in archery in the Olympics. You can't use it in chess. It does help you focus. I know dudes that'll get high and beat the shit out of you in sparring. So
Nick Diaz.
They just think that getting high is part of marijuana being like baked. That's not how it is. It calms people down.
Mm-hmm. Sure does, man. Speaking of calming down, man, as you mentioned, I don't know, when I'm getting older, I tend to calm down a little bit more. You, man, you're still going strong at almost 40 years old. You're 25-6. You're returning at Bellator 202, man, and you're fighting a very tough guy in Yaroslav Amosov. But I don't know if a lot of the casual fans know about this dude, but he's a tough guy, man.
Yeah, man, I'm used to it. Look at my UFC career. I fought 4 badasses: John Salter, Mario Miranda, David Branch, and Malcolm Falco. Malcolm Falco won the Bellator middleweight tournament. David Branch was a two-weight champion in World Series. John Salter is one of the top 3 middleweights in Bellator, and Mario Miranda kind of hit and miss, but I'm used to guys like this. I just don't think he's ever been in a dogfight like the one I'm about to put him in.
Man, I can't wait. I'm going to be there in person again in Thackerville. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be there. Anytime Bellator comes to the Midwest, I try to get there. So,
hey,
I'll be there.
They put me on the undercard, bro. You got to raise hell about that.
Yeah.
Oh, we will. We will.
That makes no sense to me, man. I don't understand why you're on the undercard, but yeah.
In Oklahoma.
I know, right? We're gonna talk to Scott, see what we can. I don't know if Scott will be there, but Rich will be there. We'll see what we can do.
You know what? I'm gonna sneak in and I'll raise hell. Don't worry.
Man, do something, man. This is crazy. I ain't gonna publicly complain, but
Yeah, that don't make sense, man.
Allow us to do it. We'll do it for you.
yeah. That's what I was throwing a hint.
Well, Gerald, man, it's always a pleasure, man. You've always been good to me. I appreciate you taking some time with me. The floor is yours, brother. If you'd like to shout out your sponsors, anything you'd like, man.
You know, it's hilarious. I have a lot of sponsors, but I kind of cycle them out each fight. And my first sponsor for this fight is called Got Wood, and it's an axe throwing place, and it's gonna be right on my crotch. I can't wait to put it on my shoulder.
That's awesome. That's maybe the best sponsor idea ever. Genius.
Oh my God.
He's actually my eye exam doctor, and he said, I gotta put Got Wood on your crotch, and I was like, yeah, I'm in.
That's good stuff.
That's why I
Gerald.
love Bellator.
Well, man, I appreciate it, brother. And truly, I appreciate taking some time with me, man, because I know that you're super busy, and I know that it's tough when you got the kids and you're juggling a couple things, man.
We have kids age 18 all the way down to our boy will be due in August. So soon after the fight, I'll be having my 8th child. So
Congratulations. I'm an August baby. Do you know what day your baby's expected?
It's just pretty much the first week in August. She's assuming it's going to be July. So when we met, she had 2 children. I had 4, and we had 2 together.
Very cool. Well, congratulations, man. Children are everything, and you're going to have a Leo. So I'm a Leo. Leos are the best. So congratulations, man.
Hey, and you got 3 on 3.
Yeah, there you go.
I think we got the whole damn zodiac sign in our house.
Well, I look forward to 202, man. That's just about a month away, Gerald. And best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Take care, man.